Hi loves, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Morgan. I make videos about luxury handbags, fashion, and lifestyle, so if that's your thing, please subscribe and turn on notifications. I upload twice a week and I would love to have you here. Today I wanted to get into something that has been on my mind a lot recently, and it's something I've always stayed away from kind of making serious content about because I'm a little intimidated with the community that surrounds this issue, and that is sustainability. I'm a fashion lover. I'm never going to be a minimalist, but I feel like there are steps that I'm personally starting to take and that I can share with you that if you are a fashion lover and a fashion maximalist, there are some small changes you can make to make a step towards sustainability. I feel like whenever you mention the word sustainability, it's like, unless you're composting your plastic-free home, you are a minimalist, then you have no place in talking about it. And I kind of want to change that because I feel like it shouldn't be so intimidating. This is for someone who really loves fashion, you know, does collect fashion, but wants to make some conscious efforts taking a step towards sustainability. I'm going to share 10 tips that I'm implementing myself and that maybe you could implement too. The first step is to buy vintage or pre-loved. This reduces your carbon footprint so much by not contributing to new products. If you're giving an old product a new life, this is one of the easiest things you can do to make a step towards sustainability. Something that I do frequently, especially with designer handbags. Often you can even get a better price. If you are one who just always buys new, be just starting to switch to 30% or 50% of what you buy being pre-loved or vintage would be a great step towards sustainability. And who knows, you might even fall in love with hunting down that perfect pre-loved piece. I get so much satisfaction out of when I just find that perfect bag at the perfect price. An example of that is my unicorn classic flap. It took me years to find this. I'll link the video above if you want the full story on it. The bag had a life before me, and you know, I like that it has that kind of history to it as well, that someone else used and loved this bag. My second tip kind of goes with my first tip, and that's to sell, donate, or give away your clothes that you're not using anymore rather than throwing them away. I think we all know there are so many apps out there now to sell your clothes. You can take them to consignment stores. You can also donate them to charity. This is a great way to give your clothes that you're not using anymore a second life. Throwing them away just adds to the pile of stuff in landfills or items that are really just, you know, can't be donated or sold on. They're just torn up with holes in them. You could also look into places that do clothes recycling or cloth recycling. It's a great place also for like your old towels or old bed sheets. Try to be full circle, you know, buy a little bit of pre-loved, but also give your clothes a second life as well. My third tip is one that I'm really focused on this year, and that's reducing the amount of fast fashion that I'm consuming. And I think a lot of us are doing this, especially with everything going on in the world. A lot of us are not shopping as much, and I think, at least in my friend circle, we've been speaking about how we realize that we don't really need a new something every week. Fast fashion trains your mind that you need the newest thing every week, and if not, you're not keeping up. It's not that I bought into every trend before, but I did consume quite a bit of fast fashion because it was instant gratification. It was a cheap enough price point. I could just pick up what I wanted when I wanted, and you know, when I was done with it, okay, I'm done with it, I can donate it on. But this is not very sustainable. No, it is not completely possible to cut out fast fashion. There are not many sustainable options at that type of price point. So I understand that if you're on a very tight budget, fast fashion might be your only option. So what I'm saying is look at how much monthly that you spend on clothes. If you think, okay, if I save up for 2 months and I can buy a dress that's just slightly above fast fashion, made in a better fabric and a better quality, maybe rather than having 5 fast fashion items, it's best to save the money and invest in one quality piece that will last you years in your wardrobe. And I think part of being able to do this is really defining your style. If your style is defined, then you know the particular pieces that work for you and that don't. And once you know those pieces, you can buy into those types of pieces rather than buying into trends, and that really helps cut down on fast fashion. I will list some of my favorite brands that are just kind of above that fast fashion price point, that it might be more of an investment into your wardrobe, but it's not going to be like $500 for a dress. Another tip that I really recommend is shopping during sale season. find those quality brands that you love and that you know their pieces are gonna suit you and suit your wardrobe for the long term. Sign up for their emails. Follow them on their Instagram accounts. Try to get their pieces at a lower price point. I shop on sale all the time. This dress I bought on sale. I love brands like Love Shack Fancy and Olivia Rubin, but I would say like 95% of what I buy from those brands, I only buy when they're on sale. Fourth tip is to reduce the amount that you're washing your clothes. If you're washing certain items less, it can help prolong the life of your clothes. It is a step towards sustainability as it is, because you're not throwing and having to buy new as often. Some of the basics are denim. Denim is not meant to be washed every time you wear it. Of course, if you get something really dirty on it, you want to wash it. For denim, at least 4 to 5 times before I wash it. Coats, like very thick coats, I only dry clean them once in a season. Anything that kind of goes over another layer, you really don't have to wash those often. Items would include like blazers. Sweaters are one of those things that wear out so quickly if you wash them a lot. So I really highly recommend a very thin undershirt when you wear a sweater, and then you can get 3 to 4, maybe even 5 wears out of it before you have to wash it. My fifth tip is another clothing care tip, and that is to wash your clothes on cold and hang to dry many items. Anything that says hand wash, hang it to dry. But I also hang to dry denim because I find that it lasts longer if I hang it to dry. I hang to dry my delicates. Any of my undergarments are hang to dry. Tights, sportswear, so my workout leggings, my workout bras, my workout tops, all of those do not go in the dryer. I find that if you put those in the dryer, the elasticity goes much quicker. And similar to workout leggings, if you have leggings that you just wear around or like your daily leggings, also hang those to dry. Anything that has like a super stretchy material, I really don't put that in the dryer. Another category which might be helpful is everything fast fashion. Anything I buy from H&M, Zara, River Island, any of those brands, they never go in the dryer. Fast fashion is typically made with cheaper fabrics, and I understand that price point is more obtainable for most people and is necessary to have in the marketplace, but they're not made to last. And one tip to make them last longer is to absolutely never put them in the dryer. One way to do that for bigger items like sweaters and things is to get these laundry bags in different sizes. So you can see there's like multiple sizes. I even have smaller ones for my actual delicate. These bigger sizes are great for tops and sweaters and things like that. So when I wash them, I wash all of my fast fashion on the delicate cycle in cold water. I put them inside of these types of bags and I remove them from the washer and hang them up to dry, or lay them flat to dry if they're sweaters. Being almost like extra and overly careful with your items and how you care for them and how you wash them will really prolong the life of your clothes. My sixth tip is to invest in a steamer. One, it's just easier than ironing. I mean, let's be honest. Steamer, a standing one, like a really good quality one, just is like such a lifesaver. It's quick, it's convenient, but also if you get yourself this downy wrinkle releaser, it also has an odor eliminator in it. If you spritz some of your clothes that you can get some more uses out of, like a blazer or a sweater, and then you steam it, come out smelling pretty much like you've just sent them to the dry cleaner. It's one of the items I cannot live without in my house. I've had a steamer for years now. I will link some steamers and this in the description box below in case you're looking for them. Honestly, it's something that will just make your life so much easier, and it is more sustainable. Number 7 is a tip that I use when I shop for clothes, be it online or in the store, and that's to make sure whatever piece I'm looking to buy can make 5 outfits in my wardrobe with existing pieces that I already have. Kind of a tip that's stolen from the idea of a capsule wardrobe, but I know for a fashion lover like myself, a capsule wardrobe is far too minimalistic. I think it's quite unrealistic. Just having a think over what's in your wardrobe, and if you can see that piece working with so many things that you have already, then that's typically a better buy. It'll also help you think about your wardrobe in such a way that it's creating your personal style. There are a few exceptions to this, of course, like, you know, a swimsuit or an occasion dress. I understand there are situations like that, but I'm talking about your general everyday clothes. If you're buying a blouse or a pant or, you know, a daily wear dress, Think about, if you're buying a dress, what accessories you have to match. Do you have enough accessories that you can make a few different combinations that you're excited to experiment with that dress? Just shopping by the rule of, does this work with 5 other pieces in my wardrobe, is a great step towards sustainability. Number 8 is something I do quite often, and that is find yourself a good tailor. You can often find a lot of existing pieces in your closet that you can make small modifications to, or a tailor can make small modifications to, that kind of changes the garment completely. I have taken a long sleeve dress and made it into a short sleeve dress. I have taken a floor length dress and made it like a mini dress. You can give clothes a different life. You can change the neckline of certain things. If you have a good tailor, you can really work wonders with what you already have in your closet. An adjacent point to this is to mend your clothes if they get a hole in them. If it's possible to mend them, it is so easy to take a needle and thread, watch a YouTube tutorial, and learn how to fix a hole in your clothes. Especially, you know, like when you're in college and maybe you can't afford a tailor, that's kind of an extra luxury. I would mend things myself with a needle and thread. If you don't have someone to teach you, look to YouTube. There's so many tutorials that you can learn how to do these like basic little things that will, one, save you money, and also save you from having to buy new clothes. Number 9, I have to set up the story for you. So I don't know if you're like me, but when I am bored, when I just feel like I have nothing to do, I shop. I shop online, I go to the mall. If I am not occupying myself with something productive with my mind, even if I'm just watching Netflix, I'm always scrolling my phone. And I feel like this is when I make the worst shopping decisions. So my number 9 tip is to occupy yourself with something more productive. So not only shop less, which is, you know, more sustainable just by not buying so much junk I don't need. A few of these things that I do to occupy myself with something more productive is learn something new on YouTube. There are tutorials for literally everything. Podcasts are a great way to occupy your mind, because I find that when I listen to a podcast where it's like an interview of someone or a conversation between 2 people, I'm more engaged with a podcast. I will say documentaries, learning about different subjects where I'm actually focused and like watching on a show, it really only happens with like documentaries. Another great way is online courses, setting goals for yourself, getting a side hustle, doing something and working towards that goal that you're setting. It helps me reduce my boredom and the amount that I just scroll and shop and buy useless stuff. And this can help anyone, even if you're not like a maximalist fashion lover. How many of you just buy random stuff on Amazon because you're bored? Same concept. This old Southern saying that's like, you know, idle hands make the devil's work. I feel like that's the concept with me in shopping. Like, if I am idle and bored, I just shop. So really just occupying yourself can make a huge difference in reducing the amount of things that you buy. Number 10 is actually an app that I discovered that has really like changed the game. Now, I'm not fully done with it. I want to do a full video review on this app when I finish the project. The idea is to make your wardrobe digital. How many of you forget what you have in your closet? You're like a fashion maximalist and you like collect fashion and you love fashion. This can tend to happen. It's not an everyone problem. It's definitely a first world problem. But to change this, I have started making my wardrobe digital. You can set up your categories. So I have tops, and then I've divided my tops into like crop tops, blouses, t-shirts. So I put each item within that category. The trick with this app to get me shopping less is to photograph the item on me. Because how many of you see a photo of you in your favorite dress or your favorite top and then you remember, oh my gosh, how much do I love this item? When I see how something fits me, you really get a better idea of the item when you see it on yourself. So I really encourage you to photograph every item on you. And this is also a great way to clear out your closet, because as I've been doing this process and I've been putting them on and photographing them, I'm kind of eliminating some of the pieces. Once I have all my items in the app, one thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to look and see if I have something similar. And that alone will probably prevent me from buying quite a few things. Other hand, if I do decide that it's filling a need in my wardrobe, I can, if it's a blouse, then I can open up the bottoms that I have in my wardrobe and I can see which bottoms this blouse is going to work with. So I really think this is such a cool tool to use if you want to be more considerate about your purchases and you want to start making sure that everything in your wardrobe is working with something else. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this kind of different video. I wanted to make sure that I was giving some tips that feel easy to achieve, because I know I feel super intimidated with the whole sustainability movement. I feel like I'm always not doing enough or not doing it right, and I just wanted to focus on the small things that you can make little steps towards it. And I feel like once you make that first step, it's easier to make more steps. It's definitely a journey, and it's definitely something I'm always willing to improve. Please share some of your tips down below in the comments. I would love to read what you do to help be more sustainable as a fashion lover. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram to see how I style my looks, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!